Hi, welcome to my political show, Elmo kavindu gooneratne Political Times. Before starting the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Now let's get started. Today on the show, we're going to talk about very important topics. The Cold War between China and the West, and of course, why the Biden administration will have to work harder to maintain their success, and why the Democratic caucus should also assist them. So now let's get started. Now, right now, Taiwan is facing a potential Chinese invasion. This is bad news because if this happens, it's bad for Asia because we're going to deal with another Soviet Union, just like in the 20th century. Do you want that? I don't think many wants that. So, in a recent speech, the Taiwanese president clearly stated that we will not bow our heads or give up our sovereignty or our freedom to Beijing or China. That's the reality. So, Taiwan will not give up without a fight. Taiwan showcased their military strength that they had. And that's the truth. So, you might ask, why would China even try invasion Taiwan? You see, it's a very complex story. The people who are in Taiwan technically opposes one party politics, opposes the politics of Beijing. So in 1949 they went to this, they formed their own country. So that means Taiwan is not a part of China. So China has no right to talk about things like reunification. No, Xi Jinping, you have no right to talk about reunification. Taiwan is not your reunification. In fact, you have no country to reunify with. Deal with your own country first. That's the fact. Now, of course, Xi Jinping claims he wants a peaceful reunification. Now, I'm going to ask, how come there is a peaceful reunification when the Xi Jinping and China's history is scattered with military invasions and things like that? How does that look good? And if Hong Kong is an example of what it's like to be under China, well, I guess Taiwan doesn't want to be China. Remember, Hong Kong was once bustling, the film city of the world. People like Jackie Chan, people like they made movies. We love movies made in Hong Kong. We often thought they were from the West. We forgot they were from Hong Kong. The reality, now Hong Kong looks like China 2.0, with the same policies that makes China look so much of a terrible country for the world. That's the reality. So what is stopping from the West from fully dealing with China? It's climate change. Problem is, climate change can be solved without the help of China. That's what I believe. The West has to give up on climate change or fix climate change by not relying on China. Because China is clearly showing signs that climate change solutions like renewable energy isn't working. So imagine a country like Taiwan looking at everything and thinking at this point, oh my God, we don't want to be in the mess where China is at this point. That's the reality. The people who formed Taiwan wanted to get away from the rule in Beijing. And I hope they will fight till the end if there's an invasion ever happens. Because Taiwan does not deserve to be to be under control of China. In fact, no country should be under China. That's a fact. If that happens, we are going to see another Soviet Union in the 21st century. Simple as that. So moving on from that, let's talk about the Biden administration. The Biden administration right now is dealing with many problems. The fallout in Afghanistan, the pandemic numbers going down but getting blames. Now the Biden administration's key is infrastructure, my friends, infrastructure. Now everyone thought everyone thought the Democrats have the House and the Senate, bills will be passed, things will be prosperous, approval ratings 100%. But no. Politics is not that easy. If anything has proven to us, it probably is not. That's the significant truth. If politics have shown, it's not. So you might now think, well, who are the thorns in the way for the Biden administration passing the two infrastructure bills? One, $1.5 to $1.6 trillion. Other one, the $3.6 trillion infrastructure bill, which will give things like childcare and a social blanket for the American people. If these bills are passed, imagine the success for the Democrats in the 2022 midterms. But two people, corporate funded Senator Senator Manchin, Senator Cinema Kirsten. These senators are the thorns and the enemy at the moment within itself of the Democratic Party right now. They just can't seem to come to agreement. I don't get it. Look, it's expensive. To make money, you got to spend money. To give what people want, you have to spend money. And these things are something utterly necessary. The United States pay more money for medical costs than any country in the industrial countries in the world at this point. So I'm going to ask a question. Why don't the American people deserve to pay less for their medication, for their health care? Why don't they deserve it? Why don't they deserve to have child care so single mothers or parents can go to work? Why don't they have a right? Senator Manchin are the biggest thorn in the way. People like AOC or Senator Bernie Sanders, they are working very, very hard at this point to get things done. Unfortunately, people like Senator Manchin does not let things happen. I believe he has to do this for the betterment of the country and the betterment of the Democrats, considering they have the midterms in 2022. If the Democrats want to win in 2022, they have to pass both of these bills. If they do, they win. Also, credit for Senator Mitch McConnell for really playing a smart political game here. He's trying to force the Democrats to increase the debt ceiling to fix the solution by making use Democrats' ultimate power, reconciliation. Reconciliation. If my spelling is wrong about that, please correct me in the comment section. It's a process that allows the Democrats to pass the bill itself without the need of the Republicans' votes. Now, if this is used on the debt ceiling thing, well, they can't use this on the infrastructure. How is that going to be effective? So if the plan works, this could be one of the biggest master tricks of Senator Mitch McConnell from opposing Barack Obama. Come on. In the history of the United States, a white man has always blocked a black man from succeeding. So obviously Senator Mitch McConnell have obviously been successful at that. And that's the truth. So the Democrats have to pass this. If they do, they win the midterms and 2024. If they don't, they lose both. That's a sad reality. So on this note, I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for joining me on this show.